I hope things are rolling. Hope they're rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. And oh yeah, one more thingy over here. Let's get the audition up. Okay. Today is... All right. We're about to get it rolling here, and we're off and running. It's 5:54 p.m. Sunday, October 8th. I am Richard Slezak, webcasting on thevoiceofstockton.org. Greetings, good evening, Stocktonians and listeners around the world. It is the Sunday Night Islam Show with your host, Richard Slezak. We're going to get right to it. Yeah, head right on over here to it. And let me get some paper for it doesn't forget. And going to have a show of, currently duration might be a half hour. So we're going to call a 5:54 p.m. start, and for a show log, we're at number 282, where we left off back on September 17th, and again today is October 8th. A lot like, you know, it's a form of liturgy. And I went to church this morning, and it's Methodist church, and I'm a Christian, and this is a service to humanity, particularly in English speaking in the United States. For the Pope wants us to know more about Islam, and for, that's funny, why angle me out of my own show? Yo, there we go. Bring it on up. Bring it on up. Yo, yo, yo. Get some angle. Yo, bring that over. Bring it over. Yes, and got my magic bag of tricks here with from the houseofislam.org. I was able to download the whole collection, the freebie. Here it is. You know, good for them. Yeah, and we gotta bring that up. Okay, number 282, narrated Abdullah ibn Abbas. Ali bin Abu Talib came out of the house of the Prophet during his fatal ailment. The people asked Ali, "Oh, Abu Hassan, how is the health of Allah's apostle this morning?" Abu Hassan, as one of the names of Ali bin al-Talib, which was Ali, son of Abu Talib. And so Ali said, "This morning he is better with the grace of Allah." Al-Abbas held Ali by the hand and said, "Don't you see him about to die? By Allah, within 3 days you will be the slave of the stick. In other words, under the command of another ruler. By Allah, I think that Allah's apostle will die from his present ailment, for I know the signs of death on the faces of the offspring of Abdul Muttalib. So let us go to Allah's apostle to ask him who will take over the caliphate. If the authority is given to us, we will know it. If it is given to somebody else, we will request him to recommend us to him. Ali said, by Allah, if we ask Allah's apostle for the rulership, let me get this, I was looking, by Allah, if we ask Allah's apostle for the rulership and he refuses, then the people will never give it to us. Besides, I will never ask Allah's apostle for it. Most interesting, and we like to take note, keep somewhat of a record of what we're sharing with humanity. And so here were my notes so far on book 74. Let's pull out if we're at the end of the page and need to start. Oh, no, 282, top of the page. And so when we come to this in the future, here on Full Content Radio, we will be better able to explain this. And this was in 632, and I'd say April to June. Muhammad yeah, he's in fatal decline. In fatal decline. And it is, who's the darling? Offspring of Abu Talib, and Ali said the people ask. With the grace of, by Allah, within. Oh! Now this is Ali bin Abu Talib came out of Muhammad's house. He addressed the people. They asked him to find out from Muhammad, who Muhammad's choice for caliph will be. Alrighty, quite a good one. Ali said he would decline it. Most interesting. Okay, going on to 283. It is 6:02 p.m. You are webtuned to thevoiceofstockton.org. I am Richard Slezak. This is the Voice of Stockton, coming to you from the John Moriarty studio, right off of Bedford Road and Pacific Avenue. Number 283, narrated Muad While I was a companion rider with the Prophet, he said, O Muad, he replied, Labak wa Sadek. He repeated this call 3 times and then said, Do you know what Allah's right on his slaves is? I replied, No. He said, Allah's right on his slaves is that they should worship him alone and should not join partners in worship with him. He said, O Muad. I replied, Lebek wa Sadek. He said, Do you know what the right of Allah's slaves on Allah is? If they do that, worship him alone and join none in his worship. It is that he will not punish them. Okay. 283 is straightforward. Worship Allah without partners and Arabic. Command on that, on Allah's rights over his slaves. Oh boy. 284 is repeat. Same. Become the same. 285. Sharing it with you. We're in Volume 8, Book 74. And this is Asking Permission, is the book title. Now our number 285, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 lines. And here we go. Narrated by Abu Dar, while I was walking with the Prophet at Hira of Medina in the evening, the mountain of Uhud appeared before us. The Prophet said, O Abu Dar, I would not like to have gold equal to Uhud mountain for me, unless nothing of it, not even a single dinar, remains of it with me for more than 1 day or 3 days, except that single dinar, which I will keep for repaying debts. I will spend all of it, the whole amount, among Allah's slaves like this, and like this, and like this. The Prophet pointed out with his hand to illustrate it, and then said to Abu Dar, I replied, Lebak wa Sadek, O Allah's Apostle, he said, those who have much wealth in this world will be the least rewarded in the hereafter, except those who do like this and like this. In other words, spend their money in charity. Then he ordered me, remain at your place and do not leave it, O Abu Dar, till I come back. He went away till he disappeared from me. Then I heard a voice and feared that something might have happened to Allah's Apostle. And I intended to go to find out, but I remembered the statement of Allah's Apostle that I should not leave my place, so I kept on waiting, and after a while the Prophet came, and I said to him, O Allah's Apostle, I heard a voice, and I was afraid that something might have happened to you. But then I remembered your statement and stayed away there. The prophet said, that was Gabriel who came to me and informed me that whoever among my followers died without joining others in worship with Allah would enter paradise. I said, O Allah's apostle, even if he had committed illegal sexual intercourse and theft, he said, even if he had committed illegal sexual intercourse and theft. Alrighty, 286, Mohammed, saw Gabriel, who told him that whoever worships Allah alone would enter paradise. Enter paradise, even if they had fornicated and stole. So 287. That is 286 coming up of book 74. We have 6:10 p.m. And let's see, that is at Hadith 282, book, today's the 8th, 2017, book 74. Reading and noting. Alrighty, 286, the prophet said, a man should not make another man get up from the latter's seat in a gathering in order to sit there. It's a good rule. No. Yeah, men at gatherings should not ask another man to get up and then take his seat. Alrighty, 287. Narrated Ibn Umar. The Prophet forbade that a man should be made to get up from his seat so that another might sit on it, but one should make room and spread out. Ibn Umar disliked that a man should get up from his seat and then somebody else sit at his place. And first, okay. Oh, they're both by Ibn Umar. Yep. Umar reiterates 286. Adding a man should not be to get up, he should make room for others, but not his own seat taken from him. Alrighty. Continuing, 288, narrated Anas bin Malik, when Allah's apostle married Zainab bin Josh, he invited the people who took their meals and then remained sitting and talking. The Prophet pretended to be ready to get up, but the people did not get up. When he noticed that he got up, and when he had got up, some of those people got up along with him, and there remained 3 who kept sitting. The Prophet came back and found those people still sitting. Later on, those people got up and went away. So I went to the Prophet and informed him that they had left. The Prophet came and entered his house. I wanted to enter along with him, but he dropped a curtain between me and him. Allah then revealed, O you who believe, do not enter the Prophet's house until leave is given. Verily, that shall be an enormity in Allah's sight. Oh my. From 3353, so that would rather date it, 288, Surah 3353, do not enter Prophet's house until granted leave. Alrighty, just want to take a check here of how the sound has been doing. Bebop, oh, okay. Need to, well, bring these up a hair more, but things seem, and maybe ease one up a little bit here, and bring this one up as well in order that we get some better audio going. And again, I can't have my space taken away. Oh, there's my clipboard. Back and get it. And we have 6:16 p.m. here at the Voice of Stockton. It's the Sunday evening Islam show, and it's under asking permission. So basically, here's something very much the theme of the book. Now, 3 men sat, even though Muhammad at his house had stood and walked elsewhere. They left later, but their staying was rude to Mohammed. Alrighty. And continuing, we're keeping track of all these hadith, and 289 is just a one-liner, and let's bring it up the page here. Whoop. Narrated Ibn Umar, I saw Allah's apostle in the courtyard of the Kaaba in Ittiba posture, putting his hand round his legs like this. Oh my. Muhammad at Kaaba. At Kaaba and IHTIBA posture and posture and holding his leg. Alrighty, 290. We're going to just keep rolling. Another show's scheduled, but we started at 5:54, and we're just going to keep rolling as long as we can. Okay. Go back up here to 290. Narrated Abu Bakr, Allah's apostle said, "Shall I inform you of the biggest of the great sins?" They said, "Yes, O Allah's apostle." He said, "To join partners in worship with Allah and to be undutiful to one's parents." Okay. That could have been said Mecca or Medina time, to give a timeline to the hadith sunnah that are being presented here. Some are more obvious than others. This was joining partners to Allah in worship and what was it? Undutiful to parents. Our greatest sins. One word. Rollin', rollin', rollin'. 291 narrated Bishur, as above 290, adding, "The Prophet was reclining, leaning, and then he sat up saying, 'And I warn you against giving a false statement.' And he kept on saying that warning so much that we would that he had stopped." And that is giving false statement. Giving false statement is third greatest sin. And we have 6:33 p.m. here at the Voice of Stockton.org. I'm your host. This is the Sunday Night Islam Show, coming to you from the John Moriarty Studio, 231 West Bedford Road at Pacific Avenue here in Stockton, California. And what did we have here added to 290? And 292, continuing to march. Narrated Uqba bin al-Harith. Once the Prophet offered the Asr prayer, and then he walked quickly and entered his house. Wow. That's it. Once Muhammad offered the Asr prayer and walked, let's get up here, back into his house. It sounds more Medina era than Meccan. Might have even been late Medinan. So post 629, when he got the poisoning, his health wasn't all that good his last 2 years. Alrighty, 293, narrated Aisha. Well, this is definitely the Medinan era. She was just a little girl during the Meccan era. And 293, Allah's apostle used to offer his prayer while standing in the midst of the bed, and I used to lie in front of him, between him and the Qibla. It should be if I had any necessity for getting up, and I used to dislike to get up and face him while he was in prayer, but I would gradually slip away from the bed. Okay, Aisha in bed with Muhammad, praying in bed center, Aisha in front of Muhammad, and sometimes she would slip off the bed. Alrighty, 294, continuing to march. It's Sunday Night Islam Show. We're doing Asking Permission, Book 74 of the Al-Sahih Bukhari Hadith Sunnah collection, here on the Voice of Stockton.org We're doing all of it, for we are full content. And the non-controversial comes with the controversial as well. 294, narrated Abdullah bin Amr, the news of my fasting was mentioned to the Prophet, so he entered upon me, and I put for him a leather cushion stuffed with palm fibers. The Prophet sat on the floor, and the cushion was between me and him. He said to me, "Isn't it sufficient for you that you fast 3 days a month?" I said, "O Allah's Apostle, I can fast more than this." He said, "You may fast 5 days a month." I said, "O Allah's Apostle, I can fast more than this." He said, "You may fast 7 days." I said, "O Allah's Apostle." He said, 9. I said, "O Allah's Apostle." He said, 11. So I said, "O Allah's Apostle." He said, "No fasting is superior to the fasting of the Prophet David, which was 1/2 of a year, and he used to fast on alternate days." Oh, my. 294. Claim that David, I never have read of this in Judaism, David's son, or David Bar Jesse, fasted every other day. A Muslim was asked Muhammad, what is sufficient for him to fast? He was doing 3 per month. Muhammad mentioned 11, and odd number half of a month is 15. 11 just /15. So don't try to outdo King David, who Muslims claim fasted every other day, but more than 3 days a month. Alrighty, we're going to close it up with 295, and narrated Ibrahim, Alakama went to Sham and came to the mosque and offered 2 rakat prayer and invoked Allah, "O Allah, bless me with the pious good companion." So we sat beside Abu Abdarda, who asked, "From where are you?" He said, "From the people of Kufa." Abu Darda said, "Wasn't there among you the person who kept the secrets of the Prophet, which nobody knew except him?" In other words, Hudhaifa bin al-Yuman. "And isn't there among you the person whom Allah gave refuge from Satan through the request tongue of Allah's apostle?" In other words, Ammar. Isn't there among you the one who used to carry the siwak and the cushion or pillows of the prophets? In other words, Ibn Masud. How did Ibn Masud used to recite, by the night as it conceals the light? That is Surah 92. Al-Qama said, Waduha kari wal untha, and by male and female. Abu Abdarda added, these people continued to argue with me regarding it till they were about to cause me to have doubts, although I heard it from Allah's apostle. And so this is rather interesting. It has to do with the mosque, so it was during Medinan times. This is post 622, 623 to 632, and that's an interesting name. This might come up later. Hudhaifa bin al-Yaman. Nobody knew him. Kufa Prophet Secrets, and Al-Qama, and then it's Abu Darba and Al-Qama argue at the mosque. Surah 92 spoken. Alrighty. Alright, folks, we got 6:36 p.m. and the people who are scheduled to do a show real soon are here, if not earlier. So, thank you for being here this Sunday evening. Keep it tuned to thevoiceofstockton.org. And I'm going to head on over here. Yep, we can. And sign us on off of the audition. And this has been a 42-minute episode of the Islam Show. Thanks for listening in. And we're continuing live and transitioning to another show. So I got a bid adieu to our fans on YouTube and Facebook. Exiting out, this is Richard bidding you a good one.
Attention, Stockton.